Good morning, Fit Fam. How's it going? Coach Caleb here. Day 3 of our Mobility 2-week series. And today, again, 3 moves, 4 minutes each. All you'll need today is a chair, and you'll need a foam roller as well, alright? Today we're going to be working again on our hips, working on some hip mobility. We're going to be working on the hang type archetype. In case you don't know what that is, imagine, we're doing a deadlift. We're holding something in our hand like a kettlebell, one on each side. That would be considered the hang position, all right? When we need to lock our shoulders and our shoulder blades together, and when a weight is pulling down on our arms, all right? And then the last one we're gonna work on is gonna be our upper and thoracic spine again, all right? So all this area back here, the middle of your back, and part of your upper back, all right? So first move, guys, we're gonna be in the chair, all right? And this one is called the chair hip mobility stretch. You can do this at work in case your hips get a little tight. And if we do a lot of sitting, we drive a lot for work or we're sitting in a chair all day, this is one you can just throw in a couple times a day, all right? I'm going to show you how it's going to go first. We're going to go 2 minutes on each side, all right? So you're going to sit up nice and tall here, and you're going to bring one foot, the part of your ankle, on the other knee here, all right? So we're going to start out just like this. You want to try to get this leg as flat as possible, all right? And I know that for some of us, that's not going to be an option, For example, for me, with my right leg, this is about as far as I can get it down because I don't have very good mobility in this right hip. So I'll show you on the left one first. So first position, right here. Then, we're going to grab onto our knee and grab onto our foot. We're just going to kind of lean into it here. We're going to hold this for about 20 seconds, all right? Then after that, we're going to grab under our ankle here. We're going to try to extend this arm out as we pull down here and kind of lean to the side. We're going to hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then we're going to grab this hand underneath now, and we're going to pull to the other side now. So this side we're pushing away with that left arm, and this side we're pulling down with that right arm. So we're getting our left shoulder up, and then our right shoulder down, all right? So I'm going to set a timer, and we're going to do it together, all right? Remember, 2 times, 1 time on each side, 2 minutes each, all right? So we're going to go here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So again, nice and tall here. Then we're going to lean into it a little bit. We're going to hold this first position here for about 20 seconds, all right? Just leaning forward here. Maybe we should feel it on that side of the hip right here. And then now we're going to grab underneath this foot right here. We're going to extend with our left arm, all right? We're going to push up right here. Try to kind of pull down with this other hand here. This should be a little bit bent. You should feel this stretch a little bit more deeper in your hip now, all right? Really press up. And now we got a couple more seconds here. And now we're going to switch our position here. Grab underneath, kind of on our calf. And we're going to pull down now. So we're dropping that right shoulder to that left knee. We're going to hold this here for another 7 seconds. And then we're going to reset and do the whole thing again, all right? In 3, 2, 1, and reset. Extend that leg forward. Now bring it up right here onto this side and lean forward down into it now. Try to see if you can sink a little deeper after that reset, all right? We got about 5 more seconds now. And now grab underneath and push and extend. Try to extend your left shoulder away from that left knee. Try to get that arm all the way up. Hold it here for a couple more seconds. Now grab in, and we're going to lean into it now for the remainder of the time. And then we're going to switch legs, all right? And we're already almost halfway done with our first move. We got about 13 more seconds here. Just hold it tight for the remainder of the time. Pulling yourself into it. 5 more seconds now. Breathe in and out. And 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, that is the first side done. Kind of just stretch that leg out now. And now we're going to go with the right side. Try to sit on the edge of your chair. It'll make this a little more comfortable, all right? So again, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and ready, set, go. Here we go. And again, if this side is a little less range of motion or that first side was a little less, doesn't matter. Again, try to pull yourself into it here. Whew, this side's extra tight for me. We got about 5 more seconds here, and then we're going to extend that right arm, all right? Now, if you can't get full extension, that's all right. As you can see right here, I am not able to. but I'm still getting a good stretch right here. I know this is embarrassing for me. I can barely extend this arm right here. I'm really trying to force this leg down, but just can't do it. There you go. Hold it here for a couple more seconds. And now we're gonna pull arm under and pull yourself down, dropping that left shoulder to that right knee. There you go. Press down as hard as you can. You should feel this in your hip right here. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. We got a couple more seconds, and let's reset now. Like, kick that leg out, loosen it up, and then same thing. Ankle on top of that knee, and we're leaning forward into it. And again, see if you can get a little bit deeper into this stretch, the second part around, all right? Now we're gonna extend here. Again, work within your own range of motion. You can get that arm all the way locked out and you're really pressing that knee down, getting that extra mobility. That's great. If you're like me right here and you can barely extend, it's totally fine too. Got these last couple seconds here. Now we're gonna pull in. I can feel this all back here in my hips. Here we go, last couple seconds. We got 5 more seconds, then we're on to our second move. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew. All right, so that is the chair hip mobility stretch, all right? Now we can ditch the chair because we don't need it anymore. Next move, guys, we're gonna be working on that hang type archetype, all right? I'm just gonna move back a little bit here. There you go, so what we're gonna do for this move, guys, is we're gonna get our hands underneath our lower back. We're going to be in a bridge position almost the whole time, all right? So we're going to start out right here. Hands behind the back. And then we're going to bridge our hips up into the air. You want to try to force your shoulders into the ground right here, all right? So we're just forcing our shoulders into the ground. Those shoulder blades. And then we're going to drop our hips down, keeping our elbows and shoulders flat on the ground. I don't want you to drop your hips all the way down. I want them slightly up the entire time, all right? And for this one, we're going to break it up into 2 2-minute sets, all right? So that way we can get the most out of this stretch. So we're going to go here in 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, hands underneath the lower back here. Bridge your hips all the way up. Make sure you have those elbows and those shoulder blades on the ground. And we're just holding it here. Now we're going to slowly start to drop down here. You'll feel a little bit more in those shoulders now. We're going to do one hand. So right now I have my left hand on top of my right. My left hand is pressing on my lower back. My right hand is pressing on my left palm. And after those 2 minutes, we'll switch our hand position here. Again, shoulder blades are touching the ground, elbows are touching the ground right here. But our hands are not. We're not dropping those hips all the way to the ground. You can always reset, hips all the way back up, and then press down again. You should feel the stretch a little bit in your shoulders here, kind of on the front side of that shoulder capsule. And then make sure you're breathing in and out. And since we're in that bridge position, make sure you're keeping your core tight too. A little core work as well right here, alright? And if we need to, we can always completely reset. Here. Hands underneath the lower back. Make sure those shoulder blades and elbows are touching the ground, and then we're going to bridge all the way up. And then slowly bring those hips down here until we feel that stretch a little bit more. If you feel this a little bit in your lats too, that's fine. We should be feeling it there as well. Especially if you're really sinking your hips down into this pose. Whew. Here we go. Hold it a couple more seconds here. We're almost there at that 2-minute mark, and then we're going to switch which hand goes on top. Go hold it, hold it, hold it. There you go. Again, if you need to reset or you need to drop those hips down, totally fine. We got about 10 more seconds here, so let's hold it for these last 10. Drop those hips into it here. Here we go. Almost there now, almost there. Keep holding it. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Now, I want you to switch those hands. If you had your left hand on your lower back and your right hand on top, underneath your left hand, just switch that hand position, all right? We're going to go for another 2 minutes here. In 3, 2, 1, and go. So now my right hand is pressed into my lower back, and my left hand is underneath my right hand. I'm going to bridge up, and then I'm going to bring those hips down now. Now I can feel it a little bit more on that left shoulder blade than I did the previous time here. We go, and again, make sure your head is flat on the ground, tops of your shoulders are flat on the ground, and your elbows are pressed into the ground as well. But our hands are not. Our hands are inside our lower back. We're trying to almost press our hands up against that right there. Create some tension in your arms here. Really drive those hands into your lower back here. But again, if you need to reset, totally fine. Go all the way down. Get that first hand pressed in, that next hand on top. Make sure everything is pressed into the ground. And then push against your lower back. There you go. And the more you drop your hips into it, the more you'll feel it. But remember, we're not resting those hips on the ground, all right? Just holding it here. It's the last half of the second stretch, and then we're on to our third mobility drill. Time's flying by today. Whew. Hold it here for a couple more seconds. If you want, you can throw on some music during these videos in case you don't want to hear me talk for the entire time. I get it. Long time to be listening to me. There you go. Drop those hips into it. Try to hold it here for a couple more seconds. We're almost there at that time. I know my hips look like they're really close to the ground, but they're not touching, and neither are my hands, all right? Here, I'm going to reset, check the time. Got a couple more seconds left here, and 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, and that is mobility drill number 2. Kind of just shake out those shoulders. You should feel it here on the tops of those capsules. And what we're going to do now, guys, is one that we actually did, or that I told you to do as more of the advanced move on Monday, all right? We're going to do that side-to-side smash. But instead of grabbing onto our elbows, we're going to grab onto here to our shoulders. We're going to work our T-spine a little bit too. I'm going to adjust the camera real quick here. Just a little bit higher up. There we go. So, again, we're going to get that foam roller flat on the ground. We're going to hold on to our shoulders here instead of our elbows. That way it's a little bit deeper. We're just going to find those spots in our upper back where we can really try to dig into it. And then we're going to rock side to side on them, all right? We're going to find a new spot every couple seconds. And we're going to do this for 4 straight minutes, all right? So let me get my timer set up here. We're going to go for 4 minutes. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'm going to start right here, hugging really tight. I'm going to bridge my hips up, and then I'm going to rock side to side, finding those different spots in my back. So I'm going to stay here. I kind of feel it right here, so I'm going to kind of dig into it a little bit, and then I'm back to the other side. Just going side to side here, all along my upper back. And I'm trying to squeeze on right here to my shoulders on those deltoids. And once you've kind of held it there for about 20 seconds on that first spot, stop, reset, and then find the next spot here. We're rocking side to side, side to side, side to side. There you go. If you find that spot that's a little tight, again, kind of just rock on it here, or just hold it and press into it. There we go. And then stop, reset. You can move it down a little more so it's in the middle of your back here, more on that thoracic spine. Hug yourself nice and tight, bridge up, and then side to side on it. A little smash roll right here. Loosening up those muscles. There you go. If you want something a little more, that'll dig in a little bit more than this foam roller, you can find these foam rollers that are completely plastic. They aren't foam. Or you can even use a PVC pipe, a big thick PVC pipe. That'll give you a little bit more of a dig, so it'll be a little bit harder on those muscles. So I'm going to move it back here, hit more of my upper back now. Bridge up, hug nice and tight, and I'm rolling here. There you go. I can really feel it on this side, on this lat here, so I'm just kind of digging in side to side. And again, find those spots that feel extra tight. And just work it out here. We're at the halfway point now. And it's the last move. And again, just like I said yesterday, if you found any of these moves that you can feel it a little bit more than you thought you would, spend some extra time after these videos and re-hit those moves. That way you can really get nice and mobile and loosened up. Again, find those different spots on your back. Kind of just roll it out right here. And if you want to make this even more intense, you can do this same thing using a lacrosse ball. You can find that spot that you found on the foam roller, and you could rock back and forth on it here. Beware, that's going to feel a little bit more intense than this is right here. I know this looks a little silly, some of these drills that we're doing, but believe me, they actually work. They just look a little funky. I'm going to reset here, and we're in our final minute now, 1 minute. I'm going to go more towards the middle of my back now. And again, you don't have to follow along exactly with me. If you're finding a different spot, or if you just want to keep rocking back and forth for the entire time, you don't want to stop and reset. Totally get it. If you found that deep spot that you need to really work out, go with what your body tells you. We're rocking it out here. Got about 40 more seconds. There you go. My left side's always a little more tight than my right, so I'm spending a little extra time right here. I'm going side to side, side to side. I'm going to find one new spot for these last about 20 or so seconds. Right here. Here we go. Right underneath my shoulder blades. That's where I feel it the most tight. We got about 15 more seconds now. There we go. Keep going back and forth. Back and forth. Last 10 seconds here. We're almost there. Almost there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and time. Alright guys, and that is day 3 of our mobility series. Tomorrow we're going to be going over our shoulders. We're going to do a front rack position up here. You know, sometimes we hold those kettlebells right there. And we're also going to be working on our trunk, alright? That one's going to be a little funky tomorrow, but trust me, you're going to want to do it because it's something that you've probably never done before. So thank you for watching this video. Any comments, suggestions, let me know how it went down below in those comments, and have a great day, everybody.